We, my fine folks, have two separate PSA lots. We got a 24 card lot that consists of these four stacks here, then a small little 10 card lot here. Little bit nervous of this because, as you can see here, we have the same exact grader, Mr. DL, who could be my hero, could be my new worst enemy. He did this within minutes of each other, and so it's kind of interesting, at least in my opinion. I mean, he finished this completely in 11:33, and then he did this 10 card lot at 11:42. So he graded these 10 cards in about 9 minutes, and in that span, he graded 10 cards and he wrote down this information. And so, interesting, far less than a minute per card he's taken to look at these, where I gotta sweat and cry and for hours over these, not to mention the months I'm waiting for them to come back. In fact, these actually came back. Should be bargaining too much. Like, man, in like a month and a half, I think. So this is all football. All of it is 100% members only. This is a couple different years, some 96, mostly 94, and this is 95 and 97 baseball. But for this sticker fella, I don't know what this sticker is, but maybe a good omen, right? No doubt. This 24 card football lot is $408 worth of both submission fees and the money that I paid to get the cards, and this 10 card one is $184.90. So we're going to start with the football, see if this Mr. Grader is going to work. Now, you might see all these little post-it notes. I am going to see a little bit better. I guess it doesn't matter because I got about 200 cards at PSA right now. Not quite 200, maybe 100, whatever. But I want to see if I'm anywhere close to these. I feel like I'm meticulously looking at these. Definitely more than a minute a piece there, Mr. DL. But we'll see what's going on. Now, these first four, I don't have anything as far as notes here. I just thought they looked good. Man, I guess with that corner, it should be a 9, so I don't know what that's worth, but other way there. Thank you. So that'll be a 9. Now this is again, this is kind of a stupid insert. These Vampirellas, but they did them here, and I thought it looked pretty good. And of course, man, DL is just gonna hate on them. I know they got some edge issues, but man, they just, in my opinion, knock it down far too much. This was another one of those cards that look good. I can't remember if Jerry Rice is on the front or those edges just aren't that bad. This could be bad here, DL. This could be bad for DL here. I just don't know what that's worth. But now these here, again, in my opinion, look pristine. Now, they do have some discoloring on the front. I don't know if that takes away from the grading, if they say that's a defect of the card or that's just how it was. But these were looking awfully good to me. I'll try to show you some discoloring if I can find some here. Now, this one I thought deserved a 9. We'll see what DL thinks. All right, but a lot of these, if I put PSA 9 or 10, I know I got a couple different things in there. But there we go, DL, my man DL. I'm being very meticulous of writing things down, and like that, I don't think it deserves an 8 at all. But my enemy DL does. Yikes. What is he seeing that deserves an 8? Now, this might be, I don't know if I can see. See, like this here is the discoloring I'm talking about. I don't know if they just say, hey, that's part of the car. It's not anybody's fault or it's the manufacturer's fault. But if that takes away from the grading, I don't know. I've certainly seen and done my research, so there's some more discoloring. So DL must not like it. I've done my research before submitting $408 worth of cards in and saw some PSA 10s that have the discoloring, like you can see here. They gave them 10s, so that's why I sent them in. DL obviously is not the grader that did the previous ones, He must just, it's the only thing can be the discoloring because the rest of the cards are looking pristine, in my opinion. And of course, he's just going to give all 8s. I don't remember if that's discoloring or not, but they just definitely don't deserve that. The one that gets a 10 is Junior Seau. I don't. These guys are getting a little bit higher in value as we go through the stack, I guess, but I don't know what this DL guy is thinking, and they just look so stinking good. I don't know what a 9 of these are worth. These are not necessarily high value cards. I mean, obviously with the 10 it'll help, but I don't know what the 9 or 8, how much money they are, but I'm obviously looking for the 10s, and I think a 10, that's a good one. It's a Falk rookie with Sanders, but an 8 isn't going to help. Well, DL, I don't know. Got a bad grader, I think, or a stingy grader. Again, the discolor has got to be the discolor because there's nothing else wrong with the card. I looked at these meticulously. They just look too good. I guess apparently less discolor. Now these looked really, and now this one I thought deserved a 9 because of the back, but these cards were looking really, really good. This is a completely different year. It gives a 10. Now, I don't know what these are worth. I don't think there's a lot of these around, especially in the 96 members only set. But the one I thought looked worse, he gets a 10. And this one, again, this would certainly help with the Merino 10. But, dang it. There is really not much wrong with those cards. But now here we're flipping to baseball. And again, we got the same grader. The only reason I sent in a base card, it is a members only, so it's limited print run, but I only sent it in because it looked so good, and apparently DL agrees. So unfortunately, we got a base card. Now these cards, they're made to look like wood. I've had graders attack these, and I've had graders give these 10. So I don't know what DL is, but these looked really good. Knowing, of course, it's Jeff Bagwell. I shouldn't complain. But, I mean, they just looked too good, and apparently he agrees. So, like the white in here, obviously it's supposed to be there because it's made to look like wood. So, good DL. Now, these Instant Vision, I looked this one over. This one looked pristine to me, but I know that little hologram in front can make things look a little weird. So, we'll see what happens here. And, yeah, I think it's just that hologram. Those things have always been so hit and miss, but I sent in these clear cuts because they look good. I did not have a guess on these Barry Bonds, but I don't think a 9 members only is going to be all that bad. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the rest are going to be Griffeys. This is just a base. I didn't care that it's just a base Griffey members only. I'm still going to send in. I thought it deserved a 9, so DL, hey, you and I would be BFS in another life. This one always had bad edges, and I guess looking at that, well, I guess I'm not seeing it deserve an 8. But these are kind of the bigger ones here. This a 9, which I predicted. Now, I know it's got some edge issues, DL. I know it's got some white showing, but my goodness, I see some there, and I see a little bit more here. I get it. But it wasn't deserving an 8, in my opinion. I think a 9 is going to be pretty good with that being a Griffey and the members only. This one I don't, if I remember correctly, this one had a little, I know it's kind of hard to see, but with these clear cut cards, it's got a little weird bubble thing in there. But these are some nice cards. I think a 9 is actually a pretty good card. And this one I thought looked even better, but still with the centering I thought deserved a 9. And that, I know 9s are going for 10s, but I don't think a 9 with all these Griffies are all that bad. So, had to say, DL, you did all right looking at these less than a minute apiece, but man, this football was way undergraded in my opinion, so that'll be scraping by. But these baseball with these Griffies, even though they're 9s, that could certainly help a lot with these. This one was undergraded as an 8, but whatever. There it is. That's 34 total cards, 24 football, 10 baseball. And I thank you, Stephanie, for helping me out with flipping them. The football is going to be hard to get some money back. The baseball, man, the Griffey, one of those Griffies might pay for the whole batch. See ya.